Ncuti Gatwa's first season as Doctor Who's leading man featured 2 episodes that barely featured him, and it looks as though season 15 isn't done with the show's focus on other characters. Despite being central to the Doctor Who season 14 cast, 2024's run found ways to sideline him instead and shine a light on Millie Gibson's Ruby Sunday and figures who had never appeared before. By the end of Doctor Who season 15, episode 1, The Robot Revolution, I've become very worried that showrunner Russell T. Davies is doing the same thing this year. Doctor Who's Dr. Lite episode started during David Tennant's time as the 10th Doctor. They were originally intended to ease the production process, as one crew could work on an episode that featured the Doctor as normal, while another group could focus on an installment that only briefly included the show's main character. This way, 2 episodes could be shot pretty much simultaneously. It resulted in some fantastic episodes, like Blink. However, the Doctor was never so sparingly used for more than 1 episode per season until Gatwa's era. Ncuti Gatwa was barely in 2 Doctor Who season 14 episodes. 15 had a reduced role in 73 Yards and Dot and Bubble. Doctor Who season 14 only consisted of 8 episodes, which is less than average considering the show's history. Of those 8 episodes, Ncuti Gatwa's role as the 15th Doctor was held to a minimum in 2 of them. So, 25% of Doctor Who season 14 was barely about the Doctor at all. That being said, episode 4, 73 Yards, was the only Dr. Lite episode in the semi-traditional meaning of the term. With Gatwa unavailable for scheduling reasons, Davies penned a script that centered almost entirely around Millie Gibson's Ruby Sunday after 15's mysterious disappearance. Doctor Who season 14, episode 5, Dot and Bubble, marked the second consecutive effort that sidelined Gatwa, although it also made very limited use of Millie Gibson. Granted, Dot and Bubble gives Gatwa more to do than 73 Yards, but that doesn't change the fact that the episode is led by Callie Cook as Lindy Pepperbean. 15 doesn't appear in person until the installment's very last scene. Gatwa is brilliant in his limited role, which only draws attention to how little he was able to contribute. The Doctor isn't the main character in The Robot Revolution, Belinda is. Viroda Setu is the real star of season 15's premiere. With Gatwa fully available to focus on Doctor Who season 15, I expected him to be at the heart of every episode. However, he once more isn't the main focus of The Robot Revolution. Instead, it's Belinda's story that's showcased. Of course, The Robot Revolution is by no means a Dr. Lite episode, as he's in it for roughly the same amount of time as a traditional Doctor Who installment. Still, it's tough to avoid the feeling that 15 has been relegated to the status of a secondary character in what should be his own show. I really like Viroda Setu as Belinda Chandra, and I think she's a great pairing with Gatwa. The fact Belinda doesn't actually want to be traveling in the TARDIS is a fantastic twist, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that impacts her journey through time and space. The mystery surrounding Belinda's connection to Monday Flynn and the Doctor should definitely be addressed, but not at the expense of 15 being sidelined in the season 15 premiere. Belinda deserves the spotlight too, but it was perhaps a little too soon for it to happen. I hope the rest of Doctor Who season 15 focuses more on the Doctor. 15 deserves his chance to shine even brighter. As Doctor Who season 15 moves beyond its first episode, I'm hopeful that Gatwa's Doctor will finally get the attention he deserves, and that other storylines don't push him to the edges, as has happened too often already. Even though I'm sure we'll get some great moments from 15, it doesn't seem like Davies will prioritize his arc. While I could be speculating too harshly, I think establishing Belinda as another mystery girl companion after Ruby Sunday could be too distracting. The enigma of Belinda Chandra and why she and the Doctor have been drawn together is what I think will dominate Doctor Who season 15 story. I'm really looking forward to finding out the explanation for why she looks so much like Monday Flynn, as the whole distant descendant thing seems very much like a front for a much deeper reveal. That being said, I also miss the days when the Doctor was Doctor Who's main focus the majority of the time.